A 25-year-old man went out for a run. He never came back. This is the story of Ahmaud Arbery, a story that shook America to its core, exposed deep scars of racism, and forced the nation to ask, how safe is a black man in his own neighborhood? Welcome to Dr. Truth. Racism. Injustice Files. If you believe stories like this must be told, hit that subscribe button now so you never miss the truths others try to bury. It was a quiet Sunday in Brunswick, Georgia. February 23rd, 2020. The kind of day when the streets are still, the air is cool, and the world feels almost at peace. Ahmaud Arbery laced up his running shoes. Running wasn't just exercise for him, it was therapy. Friends say he had been running since high school, keeping himself fit, keeping his mind clear. That morning, as he jogged through the Satilla Shores neighborhood, he wasn't doing anything unusual. He wasn't armed. He wasn't causing trouble. He was simply jogging, while black. But what Ahmaud didn't know, what he could never have known, was that two men, Gregory McMichael, a retired police officer, and his son Travis McMichael were watching him. And to them, Ahmaud didn't look like a young man on a run. He looked like a suspect. Satilla Shores was a mostly white neighborhood. In the weeks before that February day, neighbors had reported thefts and trespassing in the area. Whispers spread that a black man had been seen near a house under construction. So when Gregory McMichael spotted Ahmaud running, he assumed the worst. Without hesitation, he called to his son Travis. They grabbed guns, a .357 Magnum and a shotgun, and jumped into their pickup truck. They didn't call the police. They didn't wait for proof. They decided to hunt. Picture this: a bright Georgia morning, Ahmaud, in his athletic shorts, running shoes hitting the pavement in rhythm, the sound of birds overhead, the whisper of wind through the trees. Then, the roar of a truck engine behind him. The McMichaels began to chase him down. Their truck lumbered down the road, blocking his path. Ahmaud dodged. He turned. He tried to escape. But the truck followed, relentless. Neighbors would later testify. They heard shouting. They saw the chase. Some even pulled out their phones. Ahmaud must have known in that moment this wasn't just harassment. This was life or death. A third man, William Roddy Bryan, saw the chase and joined in. He followed with his own truck, recording with his phone. Now Ahmaud wasn't just running. He was being hunted by three white men in two trucks. Think about the terror. Every direction he turned, every street he tried, the trucks were there. The engines growling, the men armed. Imagine the pounding of his heart, the sweat dripping into his eyes, the desperate thought, I just want to go home. Finally, the trucks boxed him in. One parked ahead, one closing from behind. Ahmaud was trapped. The cell phone footage is burned into America's memory. Ahmaud runs toward the truck where Travis McMichael waits, shotgun in hand. For a moment, you can almost see Ahmaud's mind racing. Do I run? Do I fight? Will anyone help me? He tries to dodge, but the truck cuts him off. He lunges, trying to defend himself, to wrestle the gun away. They're shouting, struggling. Then bang. The first shot echoes through the neighborhood. Bang. A second. Bang. The final shot. Ahmaud Arbery collapses in the street, his white t-shirt blooming red with blood. The McMichaels stand over him, guns still smoking, and the world goes silent. At first, the system didn't move. Local police interviewed the McMichaels, but they weren't arrested. The district attorney, a colleague of Gregory McMichael, stepped back from the case due to conflict of interest. But another prosecutor argued the McMichaels had acted in self-defense. Self-defense against a man with no weapon who was running alone. For weeks, nothing happened. Ahmaud's mother, Wanda Cooper Jones, begged for justice. She called, she wrote, she demanded answers, but the doors kept closing. If it weren't for one thing, Ahmaud's murder might have been buried forever. The video, William Roddy Bryan's phone video, nearly 3 minutes long, was leaked in May 2020. The images shocked the world. Ahmaud running, the trucks blocking him, The struggle, the shots, his body falling, and suddenly the truth could not be denied. Millions watched in horror. Outrage exploded across America. People marched in the streets, chanting Ahmaud's name. Hashtag spread, justice for Ahmaud. Celebrities, athletes, ordinary citizens all demanding answers. And under the pressure of nationwide protest, the wheels of justice finally began to turn. On May 7, 2020, more than 2 months after the killing, Gregory and Travis McMichael were finally arrested. 2 weeks later, William Roddy Bryan was arrested as well. The charges: murder and aggravated assault. But for Ahmaud's family, the arrests were only the beginning. The real test would come in court. In November 2021, the trial of the 3 men began in Brunswick, Georgia. The courtroom was tense, every seat filled. The defense argued that the McMichaels had acted as concerned citizens, attempting a citizen's arrest, that Ahmaud had fought Travis, forcing him to shoot. But the prosecution painted a different picture. They showed the video, they played the 911 calls. They reminded the jury, Ahmaud was unarmed. He was running for his life. The evidence was clear. This wasn't self-defense. It was murder. On November 24, 2021, the jury returned its verdict: guilty. Gregory McMichael, guilty. Travis McMichael, guilty. William Roddy Bryan, guilty. Life sentences. For the first time in nearly 2 years, Ahmaud's family wept, not in despair, but in relief. Justice, though delayed, had finally arrived. But the story doesn't end with the verdict. Ahmaud Arbery's murder forced America to confront an uncomfortable truth: that simply existing while black can be seen as a crime. That centuries of suspicion and racial profiling still claim lives in 2020, just as they did in 1920. Lawmakers responded. In Georgia, the state repealed its Civil War-era citizens' arrest law, the very excuse the McMichaels had tried to use. Across the country, conversations about race, safety, and justice grew louder. But for Wanda Cooper Jones, for Ahmaud's family, the cost of change was unbearable. Their son was gone, his runs were over, his laughter silenced, all because he went jogging while black. Ahmaud Arbery's story is not just about one man's death. It's about what it reveals: the deep cracks in justice, the dangers of prejudice, and the power of truth when it finally comes to light. Here at Dr. Truth, Racism, Injustice Files, we believe these stories must be told, because if we stay silent, history repeats itself. So, if you believe Ahmaud's story deserves to be remembered, hit subscribe right now and share this video so more people hear the truth. Because somewhere, another young man is lacing up his shoes, stepping out for a run, and he deserves to come home.